To the 25-yard line. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson dancing to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now Jones off the play fake. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st down, Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Let's go.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jones now to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And here now the offense heading back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward.
And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. He's letting this one go and that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now here's whistles and another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Come back, come back.
Throwing now, Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Reset, reset, reset.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Adams finding room to the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know.